Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your bro here, hope you're doing well, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys all about combo boxes in Java, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you find this video helpful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support will help keep this channel running. Alright, all you wonderful people, let's discuss combo boxes. This is a GUI component that combines a button or editable field and a drop-down list. We can create a drop-down list and select one of a few different items. So before we begin, here's my setup. I have two classes, a main class that contains my main method, and then a myFrame class, which extends JFrame and implements the action listener interface. And then within the main class, I just created an instance of myFrame. So within this myFrame class, I have a constructor, this .setDefaultClose operation, JFrame exit on close. We're using a new flow layout, and we're going to finish this with this .pack and this .setVisible set to true. This is the standard procedure for us that we've been doing for this GUI tutorial series. And then we also have an action performed method that will respond to certain events. Now let's create a combo box. I'm going to place that here. So let's first declare this, that is combo box, and we will call this combo box equals new combo box. Now we have our combo box, but we need to populate this combo box with a listing of different options that the user can select. So when we construct this combo box, we can pass into the constructor an array of reference data types. These can be objects, or they can be primitive data types, but you have to use the wrapper class. Let's say that we want a drop-down menu of animals, and a user can select one of these. So a string is actually a reference data type, but it has to be an array. So we'll create a string array called animals, and let's fill this array with some animal names. So let's say dog, and then cat, and then maybe bird. So with this array of animals, we can pass this into our constructor when we create our combo box. And then lastly, we just need to add this combo box to the frame. So this .add, and we are adding our combo box. And then when we run this, we have a drop-down menu, a combo box, and we can select one of these items. However, it currently doesn't do anything, so within the action performed method, we need to fill in a few things. And actually, whenever we select one of these items, it's actually triggering an event. So within the action performed method, we will create an if statement if e.getSource is equal to our combo box. Then what we're going to do, well, we can do one of a few things. But first, this action performed method does not recognize our combo box. That's because we declared this combo box within the constructor, so it's local. We need to turn this global by declaring this outside of the constructor. So combo box, and we do not need to declare this twice. Since we're declaring this combo box within the class, everything within the class now recognizes this. So our action performed method now recognizes this combo box. So if our combo box does something, then what we could do is get the current selected item. So let's type in the name of the combo box.getSelected item, and then I'll just print this. So let's put this within a println statement. So system.out.println, I'm going to copy this and paste it. System.out.println, combo box.getSelected item. However, we need to add an action listener to this combo box because it still doesn't return what we want basically. So we need to add an action listener to this combo box. So let's add that here. Combo box.add action listener. Since this class is implementing the action listener interface, we can just pass in this, and this will work just fine then. So then, whenever we select an item from this combo box, it's going to trigger an event and get the current selected item. So let's say we want a dog, well, we have a dog, cat, and then bird. Another method that functions similarly to getSelectedItem is getSelectedIndex. So for now, I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to turn this into a comment so we can ignore it. And then we're going to use the getSelectedIndex method instead. So combobox.getSelectedIndex. and this will return the index of what we select. So this always begins with index 0, so dog would be 0, it prints 0, bird would be 2, and then cat would be 1. Here's a few helpful methods that you might find useful for combo boxes, and in order to use these methods, we type in the name of the combo box, dot, and here's a bunch of the different methods available to you. Let's begin with set editable, and we can set this to true. And what this does is that when we set the editability to true, we can actually type in something to look for. So let's say that I want to select cat. I can just simply type in cat, or I can select it from this drop-down menu and it returns that item that we selected. Let's go over a few others. So we can actually get the item count, so that is combo box.get item count. And then we'll need to display this, so let's put this within a println statement. So system.out.println combo box.get item count, and this prints the current amount of items, which is 3. We can also add an item later. So combo box.add item. So we need to pass in an object, a reference data type. Let's pass in a string, maybe a horse. So with add item, this will add an item to the end of this. So now we have dog, cat, bird, horse. We can also insert something at a certain index. So combo box dot insert item at. We need an item and an index. Let's say we want pig for the first item at index 0. So let's pass in a string that says pig and then an index 0. So this should be at the beginning now. However, it's not currently selected. See, pig is at the top, but dog was selected. So we can actually set the selected item at a certain index when this runs. So in order to do that, it's combo box dot set selected index, and you pass in an index. So if I were to set this to 0, it's always going to select index 0 when this first runs. So now our item pig is now selected because we have set selected index set to 0, and our item pig is now set to 0. We can also remove an item too. So let's turn these into a comment just to ignore these. So combo box dot remove item. And let's say we want to remove our cat because our cat ran away, but don't worry, he'll come back. So now we only have dog and bird. We can also remove items at a certain index. So combo box dot remove item at. And let's say 0. So whatever item is at index 0, it's going to remove that. So this time our dog ran away. He went to go chase the mailman. So we only have a cat and a bird. And I have one more for you guys. So combo box dot remove all items. And this will clear our combo box so that there is nothing within here. So this could probably be useful for something if you need to reset it. One thing that you should remember is that with these J combo boxes, we need to pass in an array of reference data types. For example, if we attempted to pass in an array of integers, well, since this is a primitive data type, this actually wouldn't work. Let's say we're attempting to store the numbers 1, 2, and 3 and add these to our J combo box. So in order to do something like this, we would have to use the wrapper class version of this. So for integer, it is integer with a capital I and you spell it fully. If this were double instead of lowercase double, this would be capital double because this is the wrapper class version of a double. So just make sure that you're using wrapper classes if you need to store a primitive data type within an array. Alright, so that's the basics of combo boxes in Java. If you want a copy of all this code, I'll post all of this in the comments down below. But yeah, that's the basics of combo boxes in Java.
Hey you,
Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you learn something new, then you can help me help you in 3 easy steps by smashing that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you'd like to become a fellow bro.